First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the one-third man, women, and children. In that order, this is Shemaria Allah with the Great Millstone chapter out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And came across this video. I believe it was on Facebook, dealing with a comedian who's been interviewed by Vlad TV. And Vlad TV is known to interview a lot of jakes, a lot of rappers, sports stars, and actors, actresses. As the guy's going to mention, using Jake, to make money off, off these views and stuff. So, like they've been doing. But I'm just gonna go into the anger that Jake has started to develop for the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom, and being fed up with all the crap and the mess that they have perpetuated over these years. I was watching a video the other day, a lesson that Elder Malcolm was doing on how you had the so-called I believe it's the No Fuck Around crew, which is a bunch of ex-military men coming together, so-called black men, a bunch of jakes coming together to roll on anybody that's doing anything remotely to harm Jake. They had went down to the scene of the crime of the jogger in Georgia who was gunned down, and they showed up with assault rifles and combat uniforms as well, and scared the hell out of those Edomites that were down there. And even the police officers were afraid to step up to them. So I'm gonna grab a scripture. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna go to some scriptures dealing with Esau, Edom, because hey, as scripture say, who will rise, Slakia, roughly paraphrasing, well, you know what? I'll grab Slakia. I'm gonna grab the scriptures after I play the video. That way, I don't go off and say anything that's not accurate. So, without further ado, here's the video from the interview with Vlad TV with the comedian. I think Godfrey. Slakia, if that's the wrong name. I think it should say it.
Black people who would get that, it would bankrupt the whole country.
It would bankrupt the whole country. But for the people that built the country to make you that fucking money,
you
understand? All of a sudden now you worried about being bankrupt when you spend trillions of dollars on defense, trillions of dollars on unnecessary bullshit, trillions of dollars to send black men, especially to jail, trillions of dollars to drug the fuck up our whole country, trillions of dollars to fuck the food up, to fuck the air up, to fuck the water up, trillions of dollars to make people sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker in this country. But you mad? We don't have the money because, and this is what I think, and this is what I believe, you just don't like black people. Plain and motherfucking simple, you do not like black people. It is very obvious. For hundreds of years, we've been the most hated. The most hated. But within that hatred comes the hypocrisy of loving our culture. You've made trillions off of our motherfucking culture. You know that. You've made money off our culture. Let's be real.
100%.
You've made money off our culture. White musicians, all of them have made money off of black fucking culture. All of rock, all of jazz, motherfuckers, all the shit we created from The oppression, which is fucked up in itself. The oppression and the fucking abuse and the rape and the putting down of us. We create blues, jazz, rock and roll, reggae, ska. We invent all of that shit. And to top it off, we invent all the modern shit that you all use. From the video game cartridge, Henry Lawson, huh? We got the pacemaker, Otis Boynton. We have the late Dr. Bath, who created the laser eye surgery. We have Dr. Gladys, who's still alive, who's almost 80 years old, who created GPS. We have the guy who created the algorithm for Instagram, who's a 21-year-old Ghanaian kid. We've done all this shit. Then the internet was discovered by a Nigerian guy in the 80s. Like, we've done all of this innovation, even though we've been shit on and continue to be shit on every motherfucking day, right? Because nobody wants us to live anywhere. Nobody wants us to have this unless we're playing sports for them. Like I said, unless we're academically, right? No, I'm sorry, athletically or sexually satisfying motherfuckers. That's all black people are good for. We're supposed to be at people's beck and fucking call when they want us to entertain them or make them some kind of money. But if we ask for being autonomously wealthy on our own, being autonomously having our own shit, all of a sudden everybody pitches a bitch. Everybody has a fucking hissy fit. People get mad when you don't want us in your neighborhood. You don't want us in your schools. You don't want us doing anything. But then when we say, hey, okay, that's cool, because Muhammad Ali said in the 60s, he said, hey, man, I think we should have our own state. I don't want to live amongst you motherfuckers. They were like, well, why not? You don't want us around. You're segregating everything. And then as soon as we want to go, white people start panicking. White people panic. But, we don't want to be around you, so you can call us niggas, and we're tired of white cops shooting us. We're tired of this pissing contest that these white cops have because they're afraid of black dicks for some fucking reason, because most of this shit is black dick envy. We're tired of that shit. So what about this? Why don't we just give us what you owe us, and we can go on and do our own shit? But no, they don't want that. White folks especially hate autonomous black happiness. They do not like when we are by ourselves doing our own shit. They cannot stand that shit. They don't even like us in a group. Like in Chicago, there used to be a thing, if you were 5 or more black guys on the corner, the police break it up. It's called mob action. It's like, what's going on here? If you're at work and you're a black employee and you're talking to another black employee, the white boss go, hey, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? In I went to a very white university, and then when the black students hung out with each other, the white students would be like, oh, you guys hang out, you don't mix with us. I go, are you fucking kidding me right now, you delusional clown? It's 45,000 white students and 800 black. Who the fuck you think I'm going to hang out with? They would do shit like this. Anytime they see us get together in any kind of way, we could be at a cafe, and black people could just be drinking coffee, laughing. All of a sudden, white people are like, oh boy, that Negro so loud. Excuse me, can we turn down this Negro sound? It's like fucked up. Like anytime we have our own shit, whites always got to have their hand in our shit. They always got to be part of it. And if they're not part of it, then we're back to being niggas. We're back to being coons and spades and all this other dumb shit. Well, you understand where I'm coming from?
Well, let's bring it back to our point here.
Okay. My fault, people. I snapped.
You're the tangent master.
My bad. I am the tangent master, but I'm not that far off.
You're not that far off, but I want to reel it back.
But this is where this is coming from. Honestly, it's like because everybody disagree because they don't like black people. It's not from nothing else. I don't want to hear no policy shit. I don't want to hear your rules. You don't like black people. Period.
Okay. So, I'm trying to figure out. You know what? I'm gonna go into this. So Esau's had a perpetual hatred for Jacob since the beginning of ever since he sold his birthright. In Hebrews 12 verse 16 says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And ever since Esau sold his birthright to Jacob, his brother, there's been that perpetual hatred. This is Genesis 27:41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because, and Esau is the so-called Edomites of the day, the so-called white man of today. starting with with Amalek and the banking families on down. Amalek is the head tribe of the Edomites, who is so-called Jews of today, Amalek. But it reads, this is Genesis 27:41 again, and it reads, it says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So, you know, when Isaac was on his deathbed, you know, like I said, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. So in other words, when my father passed away and die, I'm gonna kill my brother, you know, because he was jealous of the birthright which he had sold, and then also the blessing that he lost behind, you know, what he had did. It's all prophecy, you know, because Esau was Cain, or is Cain reincarnated. You know, as the scriptures say, he was a murderer and a liar from the beginning, roughly paraphrasing. But yeah, that perpetual hatred